Internet, it is February 27, 2014. It's a beautiful Thursday. Welcome to the show. Hello Internet, I hope you're having an awesome day. My name is Jardo Magia, also known as Hybrid Brain, and I thank you for letting me this 5 to 10 minutes to tell you what you might have missed on the internet. Stuff that either it's news, reviews, or anything else that I might have found. And like always, before jumping on into the news, let's check out what you might have missed on the internet. And the first thing I want to share with you guys is that CNN was covering a story with Obama, and he dropped this on us.
Folks from the Pentagon who helped to support their work. Basically, I'm here to announce that we're building Iron Man.
Because sure, just saying that it's not confidential, that they're not working in it, it's actually not true, and I want to see that suit soon. Then we move on to an awesome and amazing video of a wedding featuring Final Fantasy, a Final Fantasy featured wedding. And to tell you the truth, I hope if I ever get married, if I ever find that someone special, we can actually share it off a different wedding, because let's be honest, the church and just in a boat or like having your vows on Las Vegas, it's too mainstream. We have to do something much better, and surprisingly it actually shows that it can work. So Doctor Who, Final Fantasy. Also, if you have ever wondered what the hell will happen if Star Fox had come to Earth, well, we might be screwed up. Everything will be blowing up, everything will be catastrophic, and this guy has made an awesome video that really puts me in shame. I really want to start working again on VFX pretty soon and learn a little bit more about 3D, because 3D is freaking awesome. And speaking about 3D, we have a behind the scenes of how they produce all the effects for Gravity. Well, not all the effects, but just watching the whole amazing background, how they deconstructed every single piece of the what was real and what was 3D, mind-blowing. And again, it puts to shame what I have done in the last couple of days on my VFX department. I seriously need to start working on my 3D. And moving a little bit more into the world of crossovers, Batman vs. Terminator is a small clip, well, not clip, it's a small little project that hit up YouTube a few days ago, and surprisingly it's not getting like the biggest numbers. And this is actually a really well-made project, and it tells the story of what if Batman had survived the whole catastrophe that was Skynet. And I think we had like a few canon stories with the comics, like even with Predator or even Aliens, so Terminator, why the hell not? And like always, I want to share with you the artist of the day. And today I want to feature Chuck Pyers. He has been on DeviantArt for the last 11 years, but surprisingly all his artwork has been so impressive that now he's being featured on an amazing book about anatomy. This book is called Masters of Anatomy. It was a Kickstarter that was funded last year for his gallery, and everything else that I've been sharing with you. Check out the links down below. But for now, let's check out the news that you might have missed. And the first thing I want to share with you guys is that tomorrow, February 28th, will be the last day for Call of Duty Elite. And if you ever wondered, what the hell is Call of Duty Elite? Well, it was supposed to be like a clan system, so you can show how awesome your clan's stats and everything else to the world. Well, apparently it didn't work, because all the complaints of being broken, incomplete, really hold up. The previous 3 games didn't go as well as Activision thought, and if you ever paid for this, I'm really sorry for you, but you were not fooling anyone. If you had Call of Duty Elite, you were not like a pro. And speaking of killing services, Nintendo has announced recently that the Wii, DS, and DSi online services will be cut off soon. Features like the online play, matchmaking, and even the leaderboards will be cut off by May 20th of 2014. At first it was thought it was going to be only on Australia, because it appeared on the side of the Nintendo's Australia site, but then it was updated that it was going to be affected globally. The Wii Shop channel and Nintendo DSi Shop will not be affected, however, and will continue accessible after May 20th. Also, features like the Internet channel, the Nintendo DS browser, DSi shop, the Wi-Fi connection, and also YouTube won't be affected at all after May 20th. And it's kind of worrying of what is happening with Nintendo with all this kind of apologies they normally have to go with when they do something wrong, or even when they have to shut down something. I hope it is for the best, but Nintendo's not being able to hold up the infrastructure anymore, and That's kind of sad. I mean, even Microsoft or Sony are still getting like games that are like at least 7 years old, and the servers are still running. And again, I hope it's for the best of the company, but Nintendo, what's happening with you lately? And moving on from this concerning news about Nintendo, Peter Molyneux has given us an explanation why Fable 3 was such a train wreck. In the interview, he explains that normally when he goes into a project, he invests too much time and gets too excited too easily. That he unfortunately will never do the perfect game he always wanted, and there's something that will always bother him, especially the back defect that he has, that he always, before finishing all his works, overexcites, overhypes everyone's that the game is gonna be like the best thing ever. And I'm paraphrasing here a little bit, but that's basically what he's saying. And it's sad to see because Peter Molyneux has done like great, amazing games in the past, and Fable had like a big advantage, and I thought it was going to be like a great game, but unfortunately Fable 3 and the previous one hasn't been like hasn't lived up to the hype. Then we have an update on the supposedly game that Tony Hawk is working at this time. A few days ago, he was on an interview with Bloomberg saying that he is supposed to be like in a project, but he wasn't able to say anything at that time. Obviously, rumors about a new Tony Hawk game that is, oh surprise, might be something about skate, was going to be announced soon. Well, Activision has updated right now what's going to happen with that project. The gameplay is all about tricks using swipe maneuvers on the screen and has the unmistakably look and feel of a Tony Hawk game. At this time, we don't have any update or anything else that how the game is going to look, if it's going to have microtransactions, or if it's going to even be called Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Mobile. And today I want to end up with the news of a demo that ground out its price. That's a bad joke. I shouldn't have. I'm really sorry. I know I have lost like the only viewer I have in this show. Joke aside, Ground Zeroes, the new Metal Gear Solid demo or game or tied-in game that we're gonna have before the whole release of Metal Gear Solid 5, has a price drop on the new generation. And there has been a lot of controversy on this game since people are saying that it's about a campaign of about 2 to 3 hours for just $40. Is it just that enough for making now a demo or even something that is not even a full game? Well, apparently Konami and Kojima heard you because they have decided to do the price drop on the new generation of consoles. The PS4 and the Xbox One on retail and digital price will be $29.99, a $10 drop. But unfortunately, the previous generation of consoles, that will be the PS3 and Xbox 360, won't be able to have any kind of discount. It will be still costing $29.99 unless you get the digital version, which will be cost about $19.99, $10 drop. And with that said, I'm still kind of disappointed that the drop hasn't been like bigger, even on a physical copy. Will this game succeed or not? I don't really know. I don't want to know anything about that game. I'm just waiting for getting the digital copy, play it, and see what I should be expecting for Metal Gear Solid 5. And that's all I can cover for today, but before leaving, I'm gonna leave you with a question. Do you think that we will ever see the perfect game? The perfect game that anyone else will ever love, enjoy, or have in their memory for the rest of their lives? Or do you think that we have already got our game, the perfect game for everyone? Let me just know in the comments down below. Comment, discuss, video response, we'll be talking about it next time. I'm Hybrid Rain. See you guys tomorrow.